Well, hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Eek Acres. In this video I'm going to be reviewing a camping two-man tent, and this is the name of the tent because I can't pronounce it, and that's what their logo looks like right there. And this is how it comes. It's got a carrying handle here and it's got a drawstring. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up and see what comes inside. It's got a nice buckle here that you can release. This one's a nice one right there for doing up the tent. And then here are your stakes and poles. We'll go over those in a minute. And it looks like that it has a ground cloth. So you got a ground cloth, you got the fly, and you got the tent. It looks like with this tent, unlike the other tent I reviewed, this one comes with plenty of stakes. Stake both the tent and the ground cloth by sharing the same loops. But for right now, I'm just doing the ground cloth. Okay, and then to set it up, like I said, it's just a clip design. So as you can see, the tent body itself is nothing but mesh screening for those warm summer nights. And then if there's storms in the forecast, or if you're worried about it going to rain, you would then just put the fly on it. So there's the tent body set up. It's got a nice D-door. One-hand operation for open and closing. The zippers are very smooth. And there's a loop both on the inside and outside for one finger operation, as you can see there. Just like that, and then you can take up the tension on it by just pulling these straps, and that's what tightens it up. Now let's stake the vestibule. And you want to make sure that you're not on the zipper loop when you stake this out, because the zippers do have loops as well. And it's got this Velcro storm flap that totally covers the entire zipper. So there is a look at the tent, and they give you several stakes, a lot of extra stakes, and I can even stake out the side here for ventilation. It's got for sticking out on the back, the sides. See there? This way it gives you airflow up underneath the tent. Let's take this one out on the side. And it also has guy lines on the sides of the tent that you can take out. And it just gives you more airflow. And you can either stake it to the ground or you can tie it to a nearby tree. But this way it gives you ventilation underneath the entire thing. And then it's got this very faint logo on the side of the tent, right there. And there is a look at it. Very cool design. I've seen these kinds of tents before. These are backpacker tents. Very lightweight. Put it on the bottom of your backpack, strap it with some cam buckles, head down the trail, find a campsite along the trail, you're ready to camp for the night. So let's take a look at the inside. Now this is considered a two-man, and two people can sleep in here, but you'd have to really like the person you're sleeping with. Now I am just under 6'1", and if I lay down in here, my feet are still a good 6 inches from the door. Good 6 inches from the door. And I like it that it's got this nice rubberized, coated feeling nylon, and it also has the footprint underneath. And the full screen comes all the way down to about a 6-inch walled tub floor, and all your seams are factory sealed with seam tape. So this thing shouldn't leak because everything is sealed with seam tape. So yeah, this is a really nice backpacker's tent. And it does have a little window that opens up on the back to get ventilation. And I can sit up in here straight up. So there's plenty of room to sit up in here, and I still have plenty of room over my head. I mean, that's at least a good 8-9 inches over my head. So it's plenty tall enough to get dressed inside of this tent. There you can see the logo on both sides of the tent there from the inside. And like I said, a tall ceiling, lots of stakeouts on this tent. Lots of extra stakes. The zippers work flawlessly. The construction of this tent seems to be quality, and I like it that it has zipper pulls on all the zippers. So that's really handy, and they are both inside and outside. On the inside, there are 2 mesh pockets that are triangular to put keys or your wallet or a spare pair of socks. And there's one over here on this side as well. And above is a gear hook. Right there. There's a hook to hang a small lantern or whatever you need to hang. It's got the buckles here and everything at the corners to which you can cinch up to make nice and tight. Right here on the back, you can stake this out, and once you open up this triangle flap right here, that creates ventilation into the back of the tent. I don't see any loose threads on it anywhere, and the fabric is nice and smooth. It's just very well made. And with the vestibule here, you've got plenty of room to where you could cook right here outside of the tent, but I don't know that you would have enough room to do it with the vestibule closed, unless you had a really compact, tiny backpacking stove. Other than that, this vestibule is perfect for taking off your footwear and maybe putting a small day pack right out here underneath the vestibule, because from the distance to the end of the vestibule to the body of the tent itself, you've got maybe 2 feet, and that's pushing it, so 2 feet. But that's enough to put your backpacking gear outside, because when you go hiking on the trail, you don't take a lot of gear with you anyways, and most things that you take with you are very small and compact for lightweightness. So anyway, this is a really nice tent, and it does have the barrels here to roll it up and secure your vestibule door back, your rain fly. And then when it's closed up and zipped up, like I said, it gives you enough room to put things outside. Boy, the zippers work really nice on this tent. I mean, this one is nice and taut. I mean, when you pull it tight and everything, you don't have any sway or slack. The way that they sewed this and designed this, look at all the guy outs on it. You just got guy outs on this thing everywhere. So this would be a good sturdy tent in a storm, because it's got the Y construction to hold the tent. You've got one main ridge pole that goes over the top roof of the tent, and then you've got the other 2 that come down here to make up the width of the tent for the door. So this thing would do very well in a storm. And then when you zip up the fly, so I'll zip it back up. This is a tent that I would absolutely recommend. I like this one a lot. I like this better than the last one I reviewed. I like the color of it. I like the design and the style. I like it that it has quick release buckles for the rain fly if you want to take it off, and for takedown and setup, it's very fast. Okay, I took the fly off of the tent, and now you can see what the tent itself looks like without the rain fly on it, and how it's got that wishbone design on the aluminum poles, and it gives you that high arched top to give more interior room. And boy, is this thing a cool tent, you guys. I like this one a lot. Very neat. If you were sleeping in it like this, just as a mesh body, you would get absolute exceptional airflow in this tent. So you guys, I'll leave the link down below for this tent. Check it out, as well as any other products they may have. This is a cool backpacker's tent. Out of all the tents I've reviewed for hiking or camping, this one's the coolest one. I like this one a lot. I think it checks all the boxes of what I would want to have in a tent, for the number of stakes, the guy out points, the frame design, and the overall construction of the tent. It's a nice one, you guys. Definitely worth the money of what they're asking for this backpacker's tent. So check it out. Link will be down below. Thanks for watching, you guys, and we'll see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.